It's simple, doesn't require any setup. You just plug it in because it works like a keyboard. The reason why it doesn't require any authentication application is because it doesn't require any return on investment to investors, meaning I don't want to see you again, so I have a 0 customer retention ratio if ideal, whereas everyone else wants to see you again for the next version. By holding the top and bottom buttons, you can access the settings page. On the settings page, you can look where you'll see the systems first. In systems, you can create custom characters folder and custom text box folder. These are going to be saved to the SD card. You pull the SD card out after plugging the device out. You plug the SD card in your computer, and then you can edit the text the same way you would type text into any text file. The limit for the text boxes is 9 characters for the top and bottom. Spaces do count, and the comma is how it determines the difference between the top and the bottom. Now, once you put the SD card back into the device, you simply go back to the settings page, hit the import button, and boom, it'll take care of everything for you. The test function first starts off by toggling the relay on and off, just making sure that it's functioning appropriately. Now, I could have used a circuit for this, but a circuit will generally use transistors which fail in a closed, whereas this, when it fails disconnected. And so now for certain devices, because they are slower, or function page, where you can adjust the type speed, which will put a time delay in between each character versus the other setting, which will delay the amount of time between the relay connecting and when it starts typing for devices that are low. So in the event you damage the screen, I don't know, maybe you drop a hammer on it, and when you go to plug it in, the screen is spazzing out. What you should see me doing here is I'm holding all 3 buttons as I plug it in. This will now set the touch sensitivity to a value that basically it won't register anything. Now, by using the top and bottom buttons, you can toggle back and forth with pages, toggle back and forth through the actual passcodes, and then you can select the passcode by hitting the enter button. Now, if you did the Janitor Plus version, you can just pull the screen out, push in another one, and get back to work. All right, so now to access the color updates for the pages, you just go to here one more time, and now as you update the actual color, the little 1, 2, or whatever page you're on will update to match it, so that way you can kind of get an idea of how the tone looks as you're updating it. See, you want to get to the next one, you toggle it here, you toggle it here. And right now it doesn't have the ability, but I'm just going to basically have you just do it one more time, and then now it'll allow you to update the text for the individual pages, because why not? It doesn't really take any effort, and it looks kind of cool when you have the contrast. So what I decided to do was just go and reach out to a few people who already have the 3D program that costs several $1,000s, but basically just for what would be like 4 hours maybe of design, just because the program that I'm using for free, it's just not stable. And all right, I nearly forgot, if you want to update the password length, right, you can either use these to go up or down by 1 unit at a time, or you can just hit the actual top and it'll go up and down in increments. You hit back, and now when you want to reset a password, right, you just hold the middle button, and whichever one you touch, it'll do the graphic.